Welcome. In this course, you are going to learning HTML from scratch. By the ending of the course, you will be able to create a real web page with text, link, forms, and images and more, just using HTML and little bit of CSS. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's language we use to tell web browser that to display on a screen. Think of it like the skeleton of a web page. It provides structure and meaning. For example, HTML lets you say this is a handling, this is a paragraph, or this is a link. Alright, let's get set up our tools. You will need two things. Code editor, I recommend Visual Studio Code, and a web browser. Now we go to Google Chrome to install Visual Studio Code VS Code. Download. Download for Windows and wait for download. Create a desktop icon. Next, install. Finish. And opening now. Click on File and make sure you select Auto Save to don't save every time. Let's create our new project folder. New folder. I call it HTML course and enter. Open Visual Studio Code and open folder desktop HTML folder. Now we inside our folder. We can click here for new file and call it index.html. Why index.html? Because that's the default file a browser looks for when you open website. Almost every website has an index.html as its starting point. Let's go now to write HTML code. First, we must to write the standard form of HTML, and I will learn you a simple trick to write it easy. Write HTML column 5 and press enter. This is the standard form of HTML to write code inside it. Document HTML, it's used to tell a browser we use a last version of HTML and we use HTML5. And this HTML tag used to the route of our project, and language ENG used to know the browser we use English language. Inside the head tag, we write important notes for a browser about our web. Used for display symbols and emojis and characters correctly in the page. And this meta used for make our website to be responsible in different size of screens. And this is our title of web. In the body, we write everything like images, texts, forms, inputs, and more. Now I will write example for it. H1, hello, and I will explain what mean of H1 and the types of H in more videos. Now let's run our website. minimize and go to our folder. The icon of the file was changed. Double click on it and it will open in browser. This is H1 and this is the title of the web. When we change the title to first and open and refresh, this name is different. Today, we are going to dive deeper into basic building blocks of HTML, handlings, paragraphs, and lists. These are the elements you will use all the time when you're building a website. Headings are used to give a structure and hierarchy to your content in HTML. We have 6 levels of headings, H1 through H6. Let's try them out in your index.html. H1 used for main title and H2 for section title, H3 for subsection title, H4 smaller heading, H5 tiny heading, H6 smallest heading, and this in life. Okay, you can see every heading bigger than the below. All heading have the default size, but we can edit on it. Like you can write style and press enter, font size, press enter and put the size as you like. I will put 60 px. Can you see? It's bigger than before. Next, let's add some paragraphs. Paragraphs are written using the p tag. Let's remove this and write this. This is p tag. Let's see this in browser. You can see every paragraph in a special line. Sometimes you don't want a full paragraph. You just want a line break for that. Let's see if we put this in next line and go to live. It's not in the next line. To fix that, you can parrot the line by PR and go live. This in the next line. Another useful element is HR, which creates a horizontal line across the page. This is often used to split sections. Let's see a page HR. This is the line of HR. HTML has 2 main types of lists: ordered and unordered. Unordered list, we use UL tag, and ordered list, OL tag. This unordered list and this order list. In both of them, you use inside it li for list item. Okay, this is the 2 lists. The first show as a dot and the second show as a number. You can also nest elements inside others. For explain, a list item can contain a paragraph or even other lists. For example, remove that and paste that. That I mean, you can put list inside list. Fruits, apple, banana, bread, like this. List inside list. Links connect web page together, and images make page more engaging. In HTML, we use the A to create a link. This is a tag. Let's make a link. Letter A stands for anchor. We can add attribute href and press enter. This is put inside it the link. href means hyperlink reference. It tells browser where to go. The text between a tag open and a tag closed, that's people will click. like this. Click on me. Let's add this for example. Remove this and add this. And open browser. Refresh. Check out Wikipedia. And there it is. By default, link open in the same tab. If you want a link to open in a new tab, add this attribute. This is the same tab. Add this attribute. Target equal blank. And go refresh and open. So open in new tab. Target blank tells browser open this in new tab. There are two types of links. This link are absolute link, makes you to go outside the web. The second type is relative links that makes you to navigate between the pages of website. For example, in relative links, create new file and make about me.html and create and HTML column 5, press enter, make inside it be high, make h1 and write about. Let's go in index.html and write a href to about, close, and about me. Make a space. Let's go to our web, fresh, and this is now we are in about.html. You can see in this. This is the difference between absolute link and relative link. To display an image, we use image tag, and this is image tag img, and you must check before you link the image in your folder already. To add it, we must write src attribute and link cat open browser. Now image uploaded successfully in the page. Let's explain the code. src means source. It's the path to your image file. alt means alternative text to describe a description for screen. You can see the image is bigger than normal. How can we minimize it? Use this attribute, width, and make it 60 px. Now you can control the size of image. You can even combine links and images. That means when you click the image, it opens a page. This example for that, we use a link tag and image tag combine with us. Refresh, click, it open a Wikipedia. Semantic elements are HTML tags that clearly describe their meaning and role on the page. Instead of using plain div for everything, we can use header, nav, main, article, section, footer, and more. This makes our code easier to read. Let's build a simple web page using semantic elements. This our code, this example for it, and let's see it in browser. And this is the answer. I combine CSS code in HTML code to show only what's the final of web page. The basic of HTML only. Remove this and show. This is our basic HTML only. Think about all times you type into the web, your email, your password, a search box, all of that is powered by HTML forms. Forms collect user data and send it to a server where it can be processed. We won't go into the server side today. We are forcing on HTML structure that creates the forms. Let's create our first form. Form. The form tag warps or our inputs. The action attribute tells the browser where to send the form data. We will just use hash so nothing action happens. Label describe what the input is for. The for username, the label to the input with the match ID equal username. See that when I click the word username, it's automatic highlight the input. That's why the label are so important. They improve both usability and accessibility. You can make the same in password. Let's copy this and paste it. And press Alt, click, click, and change username to password. Let's add email. We can use a different code to remove label and use another thing. You can write input. Now you can see our message that we write inside this. Let's add a button so we can actually submit the form. And this is the button. Now our form has username, password, email, and button. Sometimes instead of typing, we want the user to choose from the list of options. That's where a drop-down menu comes in. Inside your form, let's add this. Select create the drop-down menu. Option defines each choose. The value, it's what gets sent to the server when the user submits the form. Try to open in browser. It will show like that. Now, let's say we want user to write a long message like feedback. What's where the text area comes in? Okay, this is a text area input. Unlike input, text has an opening and closing tag, as it means double tag. Placeholder works the same way as in inputs, showing a hint. This is a text area in our web page, and this is the default size. Next, let's talk about buttons. We have already seen the submit button, but there are a few types. Submit using to send the form data. REST clears all inputs back to default. General propose button. You can add JavaScript to make do anything like showing an alert. And this is click on me, a alert message with JavaScript. Let's add audio. HTML makes this really simple. Audio tag is a container. Controllers give the user play, pause, and volume button. Inside source points to your audio file. Let's go now to see it. Let's add a video. Video tag works just like audio tag. You can set width and height. You can even add autoplay or loop. Let's to see it. Sometimes in a state of uploading video yourself, you want to enable one from YouTube. That's done with an iframe. Width and heights, set the size. Allow full screen, lets users watch it in a full screen.